He was out there doing what every traffic cop knows can be risky, laying spike strips in the middle of a high-speed chase. It was July 2024, just outside East Ridge, Tennessee. Officer Alan Smiley Resendez was trying to stop a stolen car that had been running from police across state lines. That driver was 25-year-old Tabias Tesman Wheat, wanted after a pursuit that began in Marion County, Georgia. He was flying down the highway at triple-digit speeds when he struck Officer Resendez head-on. The crash shattered 7 ribs, broke his pelvis, and left him with severe internal injuries.
And Officer Resendez was rushed to the hospital.
I have about 7 officers that will run with EMS to the hospital, blocking their sections to get them there quickly.
GSP says its Motor Carrier Compliance Division took over the chase. It continued, and deputies were able to perform a successful pit maneuver, causing the driver to lose control and hit another officer's car in Whitfield County.
Can you imagine at 122 miles per hour, if you fall off the bike, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? No more Mr. Smiley, Mr. Frowny. That's what's going to happen.
Tabias Tesman Wheat later pleaded guilty in Hamilton County Criminal Court in October 2024 and was sentenced to 10 years in prison. As for Officer Resendez, he fought his way back. After months of recovery, he was on light duty by January, and by March, he was back to full duty. July 29, 2025, Indianapolis, Indiana. IMPD Officer Renteria flagged a car that's been stolen in a carjacking just the day before. He followed it into an apartment complex on Emmerich Lane, not expecting what came next.
2145 White River Parkway. 2145 White River Parkway. Going westbound or eastbound on the lot. Eastbound. Like they're finding a parking spot.
There were 4 men in that car. One of them, 20-year-old Mandrell Ballard, took off running. Another, 19-year-old Tyson Reach, stepped out with his hands up, but not for long.
Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Hey. Get I'm shot. Shoot her down. Shoot her down. Stay right there. Show me your hands. One at gunpoint.
While the officer tried to detain the driver, Maki Starks, Tyson Reach turned and opened fire. Renteria was struck multiple times. He returned fire, hitting Reach. Bleeding badly, he applied his own tourniquet and radioed for help. Residents rushed to aid him until backup arrived. Reach was later taken to a hospital and died on August 22, 2025. The other suspects, Maki Starks, Malik Starks, and Mandrell Ballard, were arrested and faced serious charges, from armed robbery to resisting law enforcement. As for Officer Renteria, he was fortunate to survive. Shot 3 times with 1 round stopped by his vest, he applied his own tourniquet and was later released from the hospital, according to reports. On December 13, 2024, St. Johnsbury Police Captain Jason Gray responded to a domestic assault call involving 38-year-old Scott Mason. He and fellow officers arrived at a multi-unit home where Mason was believed to be inside. It started as a welfare check, but everyone knows how dangerous they can get. Captain Gray knocked on the door, found it unlocked, and stepped inside with Officer Jasmine Hendry.
Hey. What's going on?
As they climbed the stairs, they came across the woman who had reported the assault. She pointed them down a hallway, and as Gray turned in that direction, a gunshot erupted.
Oh my God!
Flashbang! 68768, we have flashbangs going off me. Captain's up there. Captain's up there.
ambulance.
A768, we need an ambulance now.
The blast, later confirmed as a pellet shot, struck Captain Gray. Officer Hendry retreated down the stairs while the woman fled the hallway. Gray took cover behind a doorframe, drew his firearm, and looked for the shooter. A second blast hit him as he fired one round that missed. It was later confirmed that Mason was the shooter. He got away after fleeing the house through a second-floor window.
Where are you? Are you hit with a flashbang or bullet?
Bullet in the face.
Sit down. We're going to the hospital. Come on, sit down.
Go. Just go.
A768, I'm 48 he's hit.
Officer Hendry rushed Captain Gray to the hospital in her patrol car. He was later airlifted to Dartmouth Hitchcock Medical Center, where he remained for 6 days before being released. As of now, Scott Mason is arrested and remains in custody, facing charges of attempted first-degree murder and other related offenses. He has pleaded not guilty, and the case continues through the courts. 6 others were also charged for helping Mason attempt to escape.
Relax, it doesn't do any good.
Why is he so wheelchair, okay? Stay right there.
Just go.
He's Jason Gray. He's been shot.
I got shot.
A couple of times. Been shot.
It was just after 7 p.m. on June 17, 2025, when Baltimore police officers from the Group Violence Unit were patrolling near Pennsylvania Avenue and Lawrence Street. That evening, detectives Devin Yancey and Omar Rodriguez, along with Officer Ashley Negron, were dispatched to a business in the area after reports of an altercation involving a man, later identified as 36-year-old Bilal Yusuf Muhammad Abdullah Jr., who was allegedly threatening to use a firearm. Upon arrival at the scene, the officers quickly spotted Abdullah walking away with a crossbody bag. When officers tried to make contact, Abdullah shifted the bag to his front and suddenly took off running. As Officer Rodriguez tries to take Abdullah to the ground, a single gunshot can be heard, believed to have been fired by Abdullah. As Detective Yancey closed in, Abdullah then pointed a gun at them and the 3 officers opened fire. Detective Yancey was struck in the foot by a ricocheted round believed to have come from Abdullah, while officers returned fire, striking Abdullah multiple times. As Abdullah went down, a crowd quickly gathered around him, preventing officers from giving immediate aid. Abdullah was then transported to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. Detective Yancey was treated at shock trauma and released after surgery. The incident sparked strong reactions across the city, but investigators say Abdullah fired first. The 3 officers were placed on administrative leave pending the Maryland Attorney General's independent review, which is still ongoing as of now.
My brother was a good man. He was a good uncle. He didn't deserve this. He was a family man, and we want justice.
Whatever happens in a police killing, whatever the official narrative is, one thing we want to make sure that people know is the real story behind the person.
Just a light, like whenever you saw BJ, whatever darkness you had, it got a little bit brighter.
Around 3 a.m. on July 1st, 2025, Southfield police responded to a 911 call at the Willow Pond condo complex in Michigan, where 2 men were reported to have stolen tires from a car. Officers arrived as the suspects fled in a Chrysler Pacifica, a vehicle often used by thieves to haul stolen parts. The driver floored it, sending officers on a chase through Southfield, looping from Telegraph and 10 Mile back to the condos.
We're heading towards Washington. Go southbound, southbound Washington, southbound Washington. Southbound Washington, 4 Mile.
The chase came to a head when the Pacifica slammed head-on into a fully marked patrol vehicle, injuring 2 officers inside. Undeterred by the crash, the driver tried one last escape, running from the wreck and jumping into a pond, only to be pulled out and taken into custody. The driver, 31-year-old Trachon McKay, was charged with larceny from a motor vehicle and fleeing police, while 51-year-old Prince Madison was also charged with larceny. McKay's bond was set at $50,000 and Madison's at $5,000, both required to wear GPS tethers if released. So far, there haven't been any public updates on the case.
1 to 10 so far, work on second.
It all started when the driver fled from Georgia State Patrol Trooper Zach Pruitt, who had just pulled him over for speeding at more than 110 miles per hour on I-20 in Carroll County, Georgia. Trooper Pruitt moved in for a pit maneuver, but the suspect regained control and kept running. Moments later, the passenger leaned out with an AK-47 and opened fire, hitting his patrol car and disabling it. Miraculously, he wasn't hurt, but he was forced out of the chase.
He got it back on the road. All right, shots fired with an AK. Shots fired.
Multiple agencies joined in, including Carrollton Police Sergeant Rob Holloway, who was racing to intercept the suspect.
6-6, back off of them, back off of them, back off, let's see what they do. Dispatch, we're right here going 69 miles an hour, I'm waiting to see what we do. We're turning right on Bankhead Highway.
But as Holloway closed in, gunfire ripped through his windshield. One bullet struck him in the head. His cruiser veered off and slammed into a utility pole. Holloway was airlifted in critical condition, but against all odds, he survived. But the chase didn't stop there. Deputies and officers pressed forward and a perimeter formed near Villa Rica. That's when Villa Rica officer Chase Gordy came under fire. Meanwhile, Carroll County deputies, including Corporal Jameson Trout, closed in. What his patrol car dash captured shows the kind of gunfire these officers faced.
Hey, let's move down! Let's move down! Let's move down, come on! Yeah, it's a kill and Mary.
Rounds struck the vehicle and his partner, Deputy Jay Repetto, was shot in the arm. Both deputies returned fire, killing Pierce Shelton. Aaron Shelton fled into the woods, but with aviation and SWAT on the ground, he was captured soon after.
A man found guilty of 22 charges, including murder in a 2021 shooting that injured 3 Carrollton police officers, will spend the rest of his life behind bars without the possibility of parole. It was a packed courtroom as many took the stand to say why they think that he should be given the maximum sentence.
The injured law enforcement officers and their families gave impact statements at the sentencing, but it was Sergeant Rob Holloway's words landed the heaviest.
Mr. Aaron Shelton, I forgive you. I pray for yours and Pierre's salvation. I forgive you.
Forgiveness is no easy thing. Aaron Shelton participated in the shooting that wounded Holloway, and during the trial, the jury heard jailhouse phone recordings the next week in which Shelton laughed about it.
Officer Darian Jarrett was known for his calm professionalism and constant smile. To his family, he was a devoted father who loved with all his heart. On February 4, 2021, Jarrett was assisting Homeland Security on Interstate 10 in Luna County, New Mexico, when he stopped a white Chevrolet pickup near mile marker 102, part of a federal drug investigation. Behind the wheel was 39-year-old Omar Felix Cueva, reportedly en route to a drug deal. What Jarrett didn't know was that Cueva was armed and ready to kill.
You mind if I open the door? Or if you want to roll down the window more.
Dark?
Yeah. I noticed you got temp tags. You got a registration for the vehicle?
Yes, sir.
I'll need registration and your driver's license as well.
When Officer Jarrett asked Cueva to step out of the vehicle, he complied, but no one could have anticipated what happened next.
You have a firearm on you? Yeah. No, I see it. Waist. Do me a favor. You mind if I take it off you for my safety? All right, hold on. All right, let's go to my vehicle, okay? Come on.
Oh, shit!
Cueva stepped out from the driver's side armed with an AR-15 style rifle and opened fire. Later, police would not specify how many rounds struck Officer Jarrett, but confirmed that Cueva shot him point blank in the back of the head, killing him instantly. A Homeland Security agent soon arrived and called out that an officer was down, triggering a massive statewide manhunt.
There he goes! There he goes!
After a high-speed chase across the highway, Officer Adrian De La Garza performed a pit maneuver, spinning Cueva's truck. Cueva jumped out shooting but was killed in the ensuing gunfire. De La Garza was wounded and later airlifted to a Texas trauma center. Officer Darian Jarrett, just 28, left behind 3 children and a wife pregnant with their 4th. His death devastated New Mexico's law enforcement community, remembered as the loss of a man who served with quiet honor and a lasting smile. His widow later filed a wrongful death lawsuit, with the state settling for over $500,000, while a separate federal case against Homeland Security was dismissed in 2023.